afternoon, Chris here, aka Kermie, and welcome to Reading with Kermie. And don't stress the small stuff, it's just small stuff. This is the second book, it's With Your Family. It's been a good read so far. We're actually already on chapter 37, so man, that means the last book had 100 small chapters. That means we've been doing Reading with Kermie 137 episodes. Wow. Thanks for sticking with me. And I like to just say too real quick before I start reading that I'm very grateful I have this outlet, Reading with Kermie, Kermie Karaoke. Last year I just decided to stop going to my NA meetings, and I've been going to those for the last 17 years, and that's been like my social outlet for 17 years, and all of a sudden I just changed my desire. Thought I'd try something different, not go to meetings, and I'm gone for like a little over a year to one single meeting. It's been different. My social life is right now been like this last year, but you know what? For some reason I just had desire to change things up. You know, I was going to school, taking night classes, and now this quarantine happened, and now I'm not going to school, not going to meetings, of course. I quit that a while ago, but not going to work. So, like a lot of us, we're alone right now and just being in our own selves. So I just want to say real quick before I do start reading that those of you who do feel alone and not sure, and things are very unknown to a lot of us, of course, at the moment, but we just stay in the heart and stay connected and stay grounded. Get into meditation if you want to. Try something different. You know, this will eventually pass. And for me, I know I will get another social surrounding. I don't know if I want to go back to any meetings or not. I'm clean. I'm healthy. Actually never felt as healthy as I have been the last 6 months even. So, you know, things are okay. It just does get lonely sometimes without that social aspect right now in my life. But I know once things start opening up, there's new possibilities on the horizon for me. And I keep that faith all the time. So I know this is a pause, and this was meant to be pause for me. You know, I took the last year in health. Last year, for a lot of self-care and a lot of self-reflection, and now I get an opportunity to, you know, recreate, and that's what I guess I've been doing. I just don't know what I want to recreate too, so we'll see. More will be revealed. And yeah, just take it day by day. You know, I do my thing and get through it. And I just want to also say I'm just really grateful that I get to share this with you guys, because that gives me a chance to open up even when I feel alone. So thank you for that. So let's get going with Reading with Kermie, shall we? Chapter 37, I said, and this one's called, interesting title too, Put a Ceiling on Your Desires. Interesting. Let's see how it ties together with what I've been saying. Alright, let's get going. This is one of the most important spiritual and practical lessons I've ever been lucky enough to learn. I say lucky because without this bit of wisdom to guide your life, happiness can be an elusive, inclusive experience that is going to happen someday, rather than something you experience along the way. Which, that's the goal here. Be happy as you go along your journey. But anyway, carrying on. Talk when I'm done. A ceiling on your desires means you put an end to the never-ending, ever-increasing list of wants, needs, and preferences that seem to dominate our lives. That I'll be happy when I get one more thing trap. We all fall for it, I know. virtually all cases, without a ceiling, your desires will be insatiable. As soon as one desire is fulfilled, another one magically takes its place. A rather typical example around the home might be, I'll be happy when I get a larger apartment. Desire once filled is replaced with, I'll be happy when we can afford to purchase a home. If you're not careful, you'll continue this process. I'll be happy when we can buy better furniture or landscape the yard, and your never-ending list will continue to grow and grow. The same principle applies to all the material things, cars, clothes, equipment, and everything else. But this habit of always wanting more doesn't apply only to material goods. It also spills over into our expectations, leaving us constantly dissatisfied. For example, your daughter kicks a goal in soccer and you immediately hope that someday she might score that 2 goals. Or she gets all B's on the report card and you're disappointed that she didn't get straight A's. Or you're lucky enough to have a spouse who is virtually always very punctual. The one time she shows up late, however, you feel let down and perhaps give him a hard time rather than saying, don't worry about it, you're almost always on time. Or you cook an excellent meal and wonder why it's not even better. You get to the point, it applies to virtually everything. When you put a ceiling on your desires, what you are doing is reminding yourself that you can be happy now, before you get everything you think you want or need. It also reminds you of the trap of never-ending desires, which encourages you to focus more on what you have and less on what you want, which is the basis of gratitude, and gratitude leads to happiness and contentment. A ceiling is self-imposed, casual, flexible, non-legal, binding agreement you have with yourself that you won't spend your life always wanting life to be better. Occasionally, when I discuss the topic in public, someone misinterprets what I mean and says, "What's the matter? Don't you believe in capitalism, or don't you think we all deserve to improve our standard of living?" The answer is in both cases an absolute yes. I believe wholeheartedly in capitalism, and I believe you and I both deserve nice things and a good quality of life. There is absolutely nothing wrong with improving your standard of living, buying a new outfit, or moving to a larger apartment, or whatever. Or someone will say, don't you think we should strive for excellence or encourage our family members to do the same? Again, the answer is yes. I think it is admirable to do your best and to always be attempting to do even better. I also try to encourage my own kids to do the same. Again, however, there is enormous distinction between doing your best and always demanding the life is better than it already is, or having a prerequisite that things be different or better before you allow yourself to feel satisfied with your life or with other people. What I'm talking about is the constant, relentless, insidious habit of always wanting more and still more things, perfection, or whatever, and convincing yourself that you'll be happier as a result. Obviously, only you can determine what's appropriate for you. But I can assure you that every single decision or demand you make involving a higher quality object, an increased standard of living, or more perfection on your part or on the part of someone else will be very easy to justify. It will always seem like one more thing or one more demand will be the trick. Then you'll be happy. It takes a great deal of wisdom to say more isn't always better. Stop it, Binks. Don't be scratching on the couch. get your trophy for that. More isn't going to make me happier, or I have enough. I'm confident that if you experiment with this strategy, you will discover a route to contentment that you might never have considered. You can still have a wonderful life and all the things you need and most of what you want. However, your life will be far simpler and easier to manage. You will feel far less stress and pressure, as though a better life is just around the corner. You will spend less time thinking about what you want. You'll be less consumption orientated, and you will be more easily satisfied. You'll also be, well, careful, Bink, watch the camera. You'll also be, come here, buddy. Now you join us. Alright, you listen to the very end of this. You'll also be far less inclined to sweat the small stuff, because you will have reduced your habit of thinking that things aren't good enough as they are. Not a bad list of benefits. I hope you'll give this strategy a try. It might change your perspective a great deal. Woo! That was a long reading, but it was a good one. Hope you guys got everything out of that, and when I read where you can understand. That's my wish to you. But yeah, that was a good reading. Enjoy what you have, and put that ceiling on your desires. But always strive for more. That's what I say. And I'm, like I said before I started reading, I've been taking a whole year off to myself and trying to figure me out more and what I want and what those desires are. I'm getting some ideas of directions I do want to go, but still uncertain, so I'm, for the most part, most days pretty content of what I do have, which is a roof over my head, food in my belly every day. So I just strive on for more. Yeah, my hopes right now, my immediate goals is hopefully things when they open up is get myself back into school and go from there. I'm not 100% sure what I'm in school for yet, but right now I'm just still taking care of my prereqs. And like I said, I'll go from there. But in the meantime, just be happy with what I do have, and that's myself, my health, my family, and the people that are in my life. So, it might not be a lot right now, but it's what it is, and it's enough. I'm alive, I'm breathing, I got love in my heart, and it can only get better, right? So, on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed that reading, my little spiel, and you guys are doing all right through this quarantine. We already made it through a month of this stuff, sitting at home, doing nothing except for the meditation and exercise and keeping ourselves healthy, I hope. Anyway, I'm just chilling and going to figure out some projects to do for the rest of the night. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day. As much as you can, anyway, in the social isolation. I love you guys. Keep it real. Peace.